were traveling.
Not yet.
I think, were those old photos
It
or?
might have been.
Uh,
I'm not going anywhere until,
yeah.
I think we just finally finalized. Gonna go to Maine in September to see, Susan,
Mhm, yeah.
she's the travel machine.
Yes.
But she bought a house up there with her boyfriend, and so we're gonna go up there.
Oh, that is so awesome.
And then drive into Canada, if we still can.
Oh, no, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
When do you think you're gonna go?
That's in September.
How's the weather in September in Canada?
It should be nice.
Okay.
It'd be a lot better than this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't deal with a lot of cold.
Oh, no, it's not gonna be cold. It'll be cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I remember
it's not quite there, turning of the leaves, but there might be some.
my memories of the cold weather are when it snowed and we were the first snow as children we saw, and we were so anxious to go outside. My
And then you were
brothers,
really
my
cold.
cousins, and my mom bundled us up. We went outside, and then less than 2 minutes later, I'm like,
Like a little puppy dog.
it's cold. It's cold. It's cold out here now. No. So, but
No, it should not be that cold, Your Honor. I think it's gonna be echoing here. I think it should be a lot of fun.
well, I sent something.
September's still very hot here.
I sent something to my friend Laura. And mind you, I've been to Italy a lot, right? But there's always something new
Yes.
that you've never seen.
Right.
And so I sent
Was it
her
one of my
this.
pictures?
Let me see if I can pull it up. I sent her this. And so now I'm going back to Paris because I had to do the 1,000 candles of light.
Okay.
And I've been there. And I've been there forever, right? I mean, a lot of times. But this is in Florence. Why have I never seen that?
No, I have not seen that.
No. So it's in Florence, Italy.
Okay.
And so now
You gotta go.
I
back.
gotta go.
Right.
They say it's known as the Colossus of
Very
Pimeno.
cool. We did Florence, but it was very, very, very fast. So I need to go back because we were on, again, it's like everything we ever do, the three of us, we see and do a lot. We are, like Norma says, there's no time to sleep. You can sleep at home. We have things to do.
Yeah.
Their workforces, there's no rest when we travel
Oh, yeah.
together. We gotta see it all.
Oh, no, I hear you on that though.
So I do have to, when I come home, I'm like exhausted. I need to rest. from
Well, my friend Laura, well, really, she's a sister. Our traveling thing is we just see what we see, feel what we feel. We were on,
I wish, but we have.
well, we were with a tour group because I love go ahead tours. And so some of the people on the tour is like, what are you and Stephanie doing? We want to come with y'all. And so we told them, oh, we're just going to see what we see, feel what we feel.
That's true.
We're going to go where the day takes us. But we saw a lot because you can sleep when you get home. But looking at the sunset was just beautiful. So, well, happy travels.
Yeah, but that's not till September, Judge, so.
Okay.
I'm here working.
All right.
I did Fiesta last week. I want to see my pictures from that.
See, I always miss Fiesta.
Thursday's dead now. There's no more Thursday on the bridge. It's dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The first time I went to the bridge was 2019.
So don't go back. It's
Okay.
dead.
All right, everyone, I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, you need to stand and let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. That someone in this courtroom today is going to have their jury trial. A jury will be called up for 11:30. Nathan Martinez, custody. Leon Small. Leon.
I think he's in federal custody, Judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Jamar Clark. Jamar Clark. He may be someone who's allowed to appear by Zoom. I'm going to check the docket for that. Araceli Robles. Araceli Robles. Tony Rodriguez. It's not going to be a good day.
Judge, and I think Araceli Robles has been in the hospital. I'll contact Raymond Martinez to confirm.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Carrie Lampkin. Carrie Lampkin. Furlong Guzman, custody. Juan Carlos Ramos. Is this the right docket? Quentin Francis. Thank you. Eduardo Medina. How do you pronounce your first name?
Eduardo.
All right. It's Edoar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to learn how to say names properly. Tony Rodriguez. Diego Chavez. Axel Ramirez. All right, your case is going to be reset for May 22nd. Your attorney is currently in a capital murder trial. The coordinator will call you and give you a reset form. Once you sign that, you're excused. You're welcome. Jesus Cavarubio.
Present, Your Honor, with counsel, he's in custody, Judge.
All right, thank you. Wilfredo Mati, custody. Anthony Villarreal. Thank you. I see you. You're always on time. Quentin Francis. Sorry, you're on the docket more than once. Roland Guzman. Joe Jimenez, custody. Joaquin Mendez. Is he in custody or is he a fugitive?
I think he's applied to.
All right. Oscar Jimenez, custody. Anthony James Cochran. Good morning. Mariano Rendon. Matthew Rendon. Nathan Martinez, custody. Ethan Rosales. Ethan Rosales. Luis Beltran, custody. Gregory Jennings. Thank you. Bethany Hernandez. Thank you. Miguel Perez Nariano. Dustin Murphy, custody.
I'm here for him. I'd like to approach after Docket.
Thank you. Brittany Brubaker, custody. Victor Mendoza, custody. Is there anyone present whose name has not been called? All right. Yes. What's your name? Jamar Clark.
He's on the first page, Judge, at the bottom.
All right. Thank you. Have a seat. Yes, sir. Clint Bailey. Do you have an attorney?
I'll look him up.
All right. Thank you. Just have a seat. Anyone else? Yes. Richard Campos. Do you have an attorney? What's his name? Brian who?
Okay.
All right, just have a seat. We'll get with you. All right, everyone, here are the rules. Please follow these rules and court will go smoothly. You don't follow these rules, and it's not going to go so smoothly. Attorneys, the files for criminal trial division are there. The files for family violence will be right there when family violence comes down. You are not ready to approach the court unless you confer with the state and confer with your client. If you are seeking probation for your client and have some sort of plea bargain agreement worked out with the state, or if your client is on probation, you need to include the probation officer in your conference with the state, because guess what? I'm going to ask them their thoughts and opinions on the case anyway. So to save me from bringing them up, please make sure you confer with them. Probation officer, if you could raise your hand, Bianca. Yeah, you can talk to her or you can talk to Ms. Abrams. If you have a client who's in custody, once you've requested that your client be brought out by the deputies, do not leave the courtroom. For security reasons, we can only have so many inmates in the box. And if your client is out here and you're not, then you're being selfish with your colleagues, because then their client can't be brought out. If your client wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, doesn't matter whether you speak the language or not, you cannot be the official interpreter. Let the coordinator know. They will call down an interpreter. Once an interpreter has been requested, do not leave the courtroom, because we have a limited amount of interpreters. This is one rule that I hope attorneys will follow one day. Court reporter is to my left. When we're on the record, you'll know we're on the record because I will have called the style of the case. Do not speak behind the court reporter. If you have someone in the box, all you need to do is raise your hand and the deputy will move you to the other end if space is available to confer with your client. We are going to start a jury trial at 11:30. So somebody's going to be in trial. Who it will be, we shall see. Today is Tuesday. The weather is a little Londony, if that's a term. But the good thing about the London weather is the plants are going to grow. Probably don't have to water today. So we should all be happy about that. And we're all currently alive. So that's something else to be happy about. So everyone, let's be kind to each other. Put a smile on your face, even though you may not mean it, because you may make somebody's day that's having a bad day. So everyone, please confer.
Judge, and Mr. Campos is on page 7 at the top.
Okay. Oh, I missed him. All right, got it.
Axel Ramirez. That's right there, sir. You can come up. You can come up. Sign right here and I'll give you a copy. You need to be excused. Get, no, sorry. Pick up a card.
Thank you.
Sign where it says defendant and I'll give you a copy and you can be on your way.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, I think Mr. Lampkin just walked in right by your.
Okay. Thank you.
Clint, I'll be with you in just a moment. Have a seat. I'll call you up in just a second.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Have a good day, Judge.
Hello. Thank you. Have a good one.
Morning, Judge.
Beats, drive safely out there. The weather is treacherous. Yes.
Judge, I had Dustin Murphy in here on the 24th and 25th of April to enter into a plea agreement.
Mhm.
He was an hour late on the 24th, or Thursday.
Mhm.
And then we spent the remainder of the morning working the plea out.
Mhm.
But Andrew could not get a whiskey number that day, so we came back the next day on Friday,
Mhm.
completed the plea agreement and appeared in front of Judge Angelini.
Mhm.
It was an agreed deferred for 10 years on the plea agreement.
Mhm.
Judge Angelini ordered a PSI, and then when he discovered he'd been an hour late on Thursday, he took him into custody.
Okay.
So he's been in custody since the 25th of April.
All right. So is he here today?
He was ordered yesterday, but did not make the bus this morning.
All right. To the deputy.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, could you call over to the jail and see if you can get his client here?
Yeah, he was already working on that.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay, and so as soon as he gets here, I guess we can work on that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be back later.
Okay, Mr. President, and I'll text you when he's here, when he's arrived.
Okay, appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Mr. Bailey, come up, please. Huh? What's your number?
799-5710.
You're proceeding to 186 District Court, which is the third floor, right? Across the hallway. Let me, if you get there, then let's see, are you late? So you're in the 187, with the 186. Yes. Yes.
All right. And can I see the
Oh,
files on, are you Araceli Robles?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Tony Rodriguez. Juan Carlos Ramos. Joaquin Mendez. Can I see the files on Joaquin Mendez, please?
Yes.
Ethan Rosales. All right. Mr. Rosales, your attorney's in jury trial. Your case is being reset for May 22nd. Just have a seat and the coordinator will give you a reset form. And next time, make sure you're on time. Court starts at 9, all right? Thank you.
What page is he on, Judge?
He's on page 9.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
But she said, if you need her, you can contact her.
Oh,
or I can
okay.
text her.
Oh, I didn't realize family violence had no cases on the docket. How did that happen? Oh, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
on Joaquin Mendez, I show that he has a federal sentencing today.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez? Let me put the other case on. Grab a flower pen, because I'm here with this defendant, and I'll give you a copy, and you can go.
To the deputy, Deputy Mejia,
Next to defendant.
Deputy Mejia.
One.
Who is the inmate that Featherston said he wanted brought? Dustin Murphy, okay.
One for each case.
Is there a defense attorney here who practices in federal court?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, are you able to look someone up to see if their sentencing happened or not?
Right, I can call the office and they can look it up.
All right, it's Norma, can you give him the information on Joaquin Mendez? Thank you,
Yes, Your Honor.
because they have him as a fugitive, but I think he has a federal court date.
Hey, you got someone in the office?
Morning, Judge.
Morning, how's it going?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Everyone, just give me 5 minutes, please.
Thanks, Neil. You won't be in for a while.
Yes.
I'll for a panel, did you? Okay, I'll call it. Hi, Becky, this is Norma, the coordinator for the 187. Can I get a panel of 75 at the door at 11:30? From the 187. Thank you so much. Bye.
We spell out Joaquin's name. What am I figuring out? Was he in custody or no?
He was in custody.
Okay. I'll look right now. Was he sentenced? When was his day? And is he in custody? So I'll get that information pretty quick. You can, I mean, yeah, you could get Pacer. It's called Pacer. That's their system, but it's a paid for system. So what the judges might be able to do is, it would be a good idea. I mean, they're smart to think about that, but the district court judges might, and it's not that expensive, but everybody might be able to get together and agree. The judges say, hey, let's get paid just so that we can have one person, maybe I don't know, the district court administrator, whoever y'all have it. Y'all's business for all the judges access to assign one person to it, because it's not that difficult to navigate. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I have people that are in federal court and state court, and one side doesn't know what the other side
Correct.
knows. So, but I'll get this information for you. It may take a few minutes. I'm gonna run to the 27th, but I'll be back. I've got Leon Small on the docket. He is in federal custody. He does not have a bond over there right now. I filed these motions to go to ISAP, and I think I talked to you, I think during that big trial, and then you were gonna talk to the judge. Right. I went ahead and got the states of the lead just to double the file. So they've agreed to recommend, so they wrote on there. Okay, all right. Just take them over there and present. Okay, all right. Perfect. I appreciate you. All right, thank you. Yeah, she was. I think we went over there and they said that they didn't see the settings. So, yeah, but I'll just approach the judge and speak with it. All right.
Thank you. I got 96. Yes, so do you read?
So I guess we do a release like we did on the one for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
I'll
you
send it.
release it? Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Continue.
No.
Our documents on this. It's. So I would open the connection. Usually just that's the more, but I'll just get rid of their reason. One more time.
Norma. Is his middle name Antonio? there's more of them. There's a Joaquin Antonio Mendez that has a sentence set from like 2011.
Tony Rodriguez. All right, have a seat. Juan Carlos Ramos. You need to be on the second row.
Yes, I'm going.
That is him, May 20. He's in custody, denied bond. And May 20. Yeah,
Judge Joaquin Mendez,
Yes,
May 29 for sentencing. It's been moved.
in federal court.
yes,
All right,
he's held without bond over there. So
okay.
he's in custody.
All right, so this is the date I will give you.
It's not me, Judge.
It's Mr. Featherston's.
Oh, Featherston. Oh, but you're bringing
I do,
information.
yeah, do you need to, I guess I need to get a date from you on my other guy that's in federal custody?
Yes,
Okay,
so just have them pull the file.
okay, perfect. Thank you, Judge. Leon Smalls. If I'm not following notice on
There's a TRO, NPR hanging out, and I'm still on.
that? Okay.
I filed a motion to withdraw.
Case number 2022 CR 9447.
Not the policy.
All right, so, Mr. Small,
Yes, ma'am.
when is the federal case set?
In all honesty, Judge, I'm not sure. I'm not his attorney of record over there. There were discussions about him hiring me, but that hasn't been consummated.
Why is he standing behind you like that?
Mr. Small too.
Yeah, okay.
But he doesn't look small, really.
I was like, what's going on here?
No, and he's on the MTR, thing, or he
Yeah.
was on the
But I
MTR.
filed a motion to withdraw.
So is there any way you can look up on the federal system to see when he's set?
I can.
All right, if you can look up, see when he's set, then I'll address your motion to withdraw or if he's going to substitute on.
Okay.
But if you'll come to me and let me know when that's set, then I can give you a date.
Perfect.
All right.
I'll get right back to you.
All right, thank you.
And I can scoot.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
You are not Mr. Small. Whoa, sorry. Cool. That's a lot. Okay. All right. I'll be back. And then the state ISO. Aren't included in the no, we're totally not there. Okay, no, he also has ISF dates too. State ISF dates as well.
Oh, that we have to confirm your public.
Yeah, so once she does the application.
I'll figure it out.
So big reasons. So it's something like this, 180. All right, thanks. And you're bringing them up? Yeah.
We do need.
And your form says you're adding the certificate of appeals. Do you, sir? Yes, I do. And following the orders, following the rules, right? That's the only thing he has to sign, right?
It's an MTR.
For an MTR.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got hired last night.
You got hired last night?
Yep.
Do you have your numbers?
I think it's been filed. I don't know that I have it. Let me see.
Okay, hold on.
No, I don't have it right now.
Yeah, the last night we had the phone, virus and on the.
I'll go back and ask and file a notice. If you can bring them up.
Yeah, text.
Yeah, give me your shit number though.
101 37 26.
Okay, let me go file that notice.
Thank you.
John, how are their magnolias doing?
They're doing medium. You missed your chance to get.
I know.
You know,
It's like they told me about it.
they're not full size yet,
Mhm.
so they were about this big.
Oh, okay.
This big is,
Full size, yeah.
Dinner plate.
While I was in Louisiana, I saw a lot of the magnolias. They're
Yeah.
just so fragrant.
They are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're sort of 10 times the fragrance of a gardenia.
That's only because they're big.
Yeah.
Nope, and candidly, I knew I was coming in here today, but I just decided not to go out in the rain and try and pick one.
Okay.
Did you want to have it after the 29th?
Well, I'm waiting for Featherston to come in because it's his client
Okay.
to see what date is good for him. And then Neil is going to give me an update on his client small.
Judge, I have
Yes.
I have an update on that now. If you'd like.
Yes.
He has a motions deadline of May the 13th. He has a plea agreement deadline of May the 15th. And he has a jury selection and trial on May 27th. Now, I do firmly believe that all those are going to get postponed on a case like what he's got, but
So we're going to put you sometime in June.
Okay.
What is a good date for you in June?
What day of the week would you normally?
And Norma, which date am I going to be gone for that seminar?
Will be June 16th and 17th, Judge.
All right. So I'm not going to be here 16th and the 17th.
I'd like to meet you here when I come back, Judge.
I appreciate that. All right, so we can do it the week of the 23rd.
I'll be here, I think, on the 24th.
All right, we'll put it down for June 24th, this get a status.
Perfect, Judge. I appreciate you.
All right, thank
May I be
you.
excused or I need to sign a reset?
No, you're good.
And I had filed some motions to set bond on him, but I'm gonna take those to Judge Ron Hell. The state has recommended bond amounts.
Okay,
So, thank you.
all right, sure. You mean Judge Nahara,
I'm sorry, what did I say?
Judge
Yeah,
Rangel.
I'm all, yeah. messed
You
up,
take it
Judge.
to Ron, he's gonna say like, why are you here?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Yes, it's June 24th. And Norma, on small, I think Neil told the attorney that he would substitute in on the motion to revoke.
They've got it. If they were doing this, they put the stamp on it. I made a copy of the provision. You're having problems reading it. We're gonna have problems with it all.
Okay. Thank you.
Are we set for Thursday then?
Yes, Thursday, I'll set it for Thursday, as soon as they make that update in the back. I will bring.
Whatever. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going inside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's in the box?
On the side, not in the bottom.
Okay, so he needs to move down.
The first shirt, you can see the first shirt.
Which one? I can sit in. Okay. No, that's.
The first shirt, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Norma, make sure jury's called up by 11:30.
Yes, ma'am, that's been ordered already.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
For the people in the audience, if you don't see your attorney has not appeared yet, you need to step out in the hallway, call them, let them know that they need to be here.
That's an NTR. I'm sorry. Hernandez. And I asked, and I just told her Blue Baker. She's like, yeah. I think it's because it's Bethany and then Brittany. It's I'm ready.
Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Bethany Hernandez. Hello. Let's see. Good morning. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right. Yes.
So this is a compliance hearing. It's a status report consideration for early discharge. Ms. Hernandez has 2 cases. These were sent in and Judge Angelini wanted them to be heard by you, Judge.
Okay.
Here are both reports. She has completed all of the terms of her probation, as far as conditions are concerned. I did speak with the state, and the state is opposed to the early termination for the cases because of the nature of the case. And because I believe, Mr. Garahan stated there was the underlying, the actual original plea deal. There were some things in there to where this was the best outcome for it. Ms. Brubaker did prepare to speak with the court today, and she'd like an opportunity to do so.
All right.
I mean, I'm sorry, Ms. Hernandez. Keep saying
Wait, huh?
I did it again.
Brubaker, it brings me up.
That's an MTR.
It's also a movie, but okay.
So I did
Yes.
write something, I just wanted to be prepared.
Sure.
If you don't mind. Your Honor, I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. A lot of people told me when I first got on probation that it was set up to make people fail, but I believe that I've proven to this court that they gave me what I needed to be successful. It wasn't just a second chance for me, it was an opportunity to prove that I can turn my life around. My priority has always been to care for my son. One of my most proudest milestones was my son's father and I were able to buy a home at the age of 25. It was important for us to create a stable, secure environment for our son. I now have weekly
Just one
appointments.
moment. Excuse me, could you all whisper? All right, you can continue.
Since getting on probation, I now have weekly appointments with a therapist, and I've been able to create healthy coping skills as I unravel and heal from my childhood traumas. I have 11 months left until I obtain my bachelor's and 3 certifications. I have made the dean's list twice, and just this week I made the honor society. Your Honor, I
Oh, I
want you
love
to,
the honor
and
society.
I brought it with me.
Okay, I have my honor society pen. That's always great.
Your Honor, I want you to know taking a chance on me was not a waste. I recognize how serious my charges were, and I am remorseful for the people that I hurt. I have worked every day since to prove that I am worthy of the opportunity to be on probation. I have learned from my mistakes, and I am fully focused on building stability for my family. I respectfully ask you to take my early termination into consideration. Thank you.
All right. All right, so I see in here that a letter was sent to one of the complainants and it came back. All right, so here's my question. Has she completed everything?
Yes.
And have there been any issues with her on probation?
From my understanding, Judge, there has not been any issues. There was one positive UA back, I believe it was in the December timeframe.
Mhm.
Other than that, all the other UAs have come back negative, and she completed outpatient treatment and everything else. All of her other terms have been completed. She's paid in full.
All right, state,
Yes, sir.
you're opposed?
Yes, you are.
Okay, and it's due to the nature of the offense?
To both offices, two separate offenses of ag assault with a deadly weapon. And so that's one of the main reasons that the state is opposed.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let me just review this for one moment.
And I did bring my awards if you do want to see them, just in
Yes,
case.
I do want to see them. And I hope you end up framing them. Of
I
course.
did, so one of them's folded because it was framed, so I'm sorry.
No, no,
It
no.
looks so crazy.
You got to keep it framed.
Yes, I know. I just got my second one last week too. It's a really huge
Oh.
accomplishment for me and my
Oh, that's
family.
awesome.
Thank you. A lot of hard work.
Mhm.
Sacrifices.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me see here.
Here's late, he's here.
It's been 6 years since I've been here.
Me too.
All right, so. Probation, I'm assuming you all were able to reach out. Oh, okay, to the complainant, and I'm reading it here.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so. The complainant doesn't want you off early. And that's something that I do consider, but I also consider. What's the point of keeping somebody on probation if they've successfully completed everything and they've internalized what they've done wrong and they've learned from it? So you had to take anger management. You completed that. What did you learn?
I learned great coping skills when I feel like I'm getting overstimulated or worked up, or things are not going my way. I learned healthy habits, how to communicate better, talk myself down, some skills that I've learned instead of just blowing up when things obviously are not gonna go my way,
Mhm.
which I didn't really realize when I was 19 and I was in here. When I was 18, 19 and I was here, I thought everything was supposed to be in my control and how life was supposed to be how I made it. But as I've grown since the 6 years I've been on probation, I realized that things are gonna be what they are and I have to accept those things for what they are. And I have to try to work around those things in healthy ways. And so I've learned, a lot of communication and patience, especially after having my child as well. He'll be 5 in October, so I just have one child, but it's been a lot of ups and downs working on that part, but I feel like I really found healthy ways and a good support system to help me do that as well.
All right. And what did you learn about this specific case and what you did wrong?
My case? Which
Yes.
one?
The case that you're on probation for.
So when I was in here, when I first had the offense, I didn't have any sense of life. I had no direction. When I did what I did, I was thinking in a selfish way. I didn't know because I wasn't living yet. I had no idea what it was to be an adult, what it was to pay bills, what it was to go to school and sacrifice. Sorry. So now that I'm an adult, I realized what I did to stop somebody else from moving in life and putting myself in their shoes. I understand how they feel about being opposed to me as well, because if something altered my life in that way due to the hands of somebody else when I was doing everything in life, I would feel the same way. And so now that I'm an adult and I realize that I'm an adult, that I'm really sorry for what I did. It was a huge mistake and I understand that I altered these
Well,
people's lives.
a huge,
A choice that I made
Mhm.
that ended up being something that altered their life and I regret it and I take full responsibility for what I did.
All right. And so if I were not to grant this early termination, what would you do?
Well, if you weren't to grant it, then there's something that you see in me today that it's not ready and I trust your judgment. If you believe that I'm not ready, then there's something I need to work on to get me to that point. I know that I've been on it 6 years, but if you believe that I'm not ready, then I'm more than willing to do the work to work on what I need to move forward as well.
Okay. All right. And do you think this is a good idea, probation?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So I'm going to grant your early termination, but it is not going to be granted until the complainant is contacted. And what I'll do is I'll put the date for the granting of it. I will put that on Thursday, the 8th. Would that give you all enough time?
Judge.
All right. So I'll grant it for May 8th. Congratulations.
And if they don't respond, because I think my probation officer was telling me that they had been trying for the last like 6 weeks,
Mhm.
is that gonna affect?
Oh,
your
it's May
decision?
8th, but I want to, I always make sure in this court, if I grant an early termination, that the complainant is made aware of that, because the last thing I would think you would want to see if you're a complainant, all of a sudden you see someone that you were not expecting to see. So, probation is telling me that, a May 8th deadline would give them enough time.
Okay.
So,
Thank
all right,
you.
you're welcome. All right, don't come back unless you're just coming back to say hi.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I don't need to put that on the docket. Do I?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Andrew, they found Dustin Murphy, who actually got to force the Jason down there. So I went down there to do that, and the prosecutor said, well, no, he has to. Instead of the 18.
So we have cases. This is for grant. I want to make sure these things match the shape of their. And but in this case. Other judges, you know, has never carried. In this last year, there's no show there.
Still like
Always let me go down. Want to make sure.
I need Jason. Oh, Jason. Can I talk to you in the hallway for a second?
Well, I, oh, yeah. But we, was that one?
Ms. Kramer, can I speak with you in the back as well?
Well, so far I know everybody. So you're supposed to, it's almost, I don't have to worry about it. So this is huge, so it's crazy, it's work around to, whenever. Okay. For now.
Oh.
Pérez Naranjo, Miguel.
Who's here on Victor Mendoza? Are you ready to proceed?
Yeah, sure.
All right, if you all can come up. Mr. Mendoza, All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 9447, State versus Victor Manuel Mendoza. Can I have parties announced?
Gallery for the state.
Sharon Thorne for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Mendoza? Can I get the file stamps for a motion to revoke, please?
Excuse me, stuttering.
Yes, all right, thank you, got it. Oh, take your time.
Yes, Your Honor. No, yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Mendoza, did you review the documents entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? These two documents.
Yes.
All right, did you understand them?
Not,
All right, let me ask you this. Do you understand that you're on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that the state has filed a motion to revoke stating that you have violated the conditions of your probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that in these two documents, the first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and the motion to enter adjudication and revoke community supervision, the state put in these documents the items that they're saying that you didn't complete or how you violated your probation? Did you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Victor Manuel Mendoza who was placed on deferred adjudication in cause number, that's the cause number, 2022 CR 9447 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on December 13th, 2022 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 1 on or about the 18th day of January 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Victor Manuel Mendoza, committed the offense of criminal trespass in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
We waive and abandon the remainder.
Any objections?
No, no, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not. State is asking that you revoke and then community supervision and adjudicate him and sentence him to 6 years in prison. The reason that we're asking for this is because this is the third MTR that's come before this court. And he has not used any of the tools that probation has given him to redirect his behavior as played by the new offense that he made.
I think. And defense, what are you requesting?
Yes, Your Honor. And further, the agreement with the state is that you're going to TIC the 3 new misdemeanors.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 3 new misdemeanors, Your Honor. My client does have an explanation for these 3 misdemeanors, but he is pleading true. And as you can see, he has a severe stuttering situation, but he wants to explain, like one of the offenses was a failed ID. And I believe the officer really couldn't understand him when the officer said he wouldn't give his name, but
Okay.
my client would like to explain his situation, but he is accepting responsibility. So would you like to tell the court about your father, grandfather, and that you need to be home with your mom?
Johnny message. My step, my stepdad was in another hospital. Yeah, my stepdad was in another hospital. My stepdad was in another hospital. I had lost track. I was taking care of my mom, and my stepfather just passed away, and my stepfather had just passed away just just about 2 months ago.
Victor, can you tell the court,
Well, if he's gonna give testimony, I'll have him raise his right hand. Or do you want to proffer what he's going to say?
can I proffer what he's gonna say?
Yes.
He recently lost his stepfather. His mother requires his help. He does have a severe stuttering disability. He believes that the varied ID was like miscommunication with the officer because the officer didn't think that he was answering his question. And you could see, Your Honor, he has a very difficult time communicating. He had a criminal trespass that's also that he's accepting responsibility for, but he said that that was also a misunderstanding with I guess the store owner. It was a Dollar Tree. As you can see, Your Honor, my client does have a severe stuttering and communication issues. He does understand that this is his third MTR. He does understand that he is going to be looking at revocation. He is simply asking the court to show mercy on him as far as a sentence. I know the state is asking for 6. We are asking for less. And he does have some credit, Your Honor, and I've been checking with probation and with your clerk as to his credit. He has 403 days, and he also did ISF twice, so that's another 183 days. So he should have 586 days total. We are asking this court to show some mercy on him and to sentence him less than the 6 years, giving him all full credit that he has earned.
All right. And state, what cases are you taking in consideration?
That would be 2025 CC 001646 criminal trespass. 2025 CC 005683 evading arrest. And then the 2025 CC 005637 bill tied to it.
All right. So this is what the court understands. The failure to identify. Maybe there were some communication issues, but the evading arrest, there's no communication issues with that. For example, you're able to understand what I'm saying. So the evading arrest has nothing to do with verbal communication. The criminal trespass really has nothing to do with verbal communication. Because when the people at the Dollar Tree tell you to leave and give you a warning not to come back, then you're not to come back. And if you come on their property, then it's a criminal trespass. This is the 3rd time you've been before me. And your attorney has told me that you had some issues going on with your family. I always tell people, all you have to do is let your probation officer know. And if you feel as though they're not responding, you can come back to the court. And I know I would have told you that because this is your 3rd motion to revoke. There's only so much work that I can do to try to help people. And if you don't want the help and you're not going to do right, there's nothing I can do. The court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to revoke. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Was there any restitution probation that was ordered? All right. I'm going to give you credit for any time served. I'll give you credit for successful completion of ISF, taking consideration 2025 CC 001646, 2025 CC 005683, 2025 CC 005678, and I'm sentencing you to 6 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? It's this document that tells you whether or not you have a right to appeal. Did you review it with your attorney? And states you may be excused. All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Excused.
Yes. Just 1 second. Yes. Yes. The 6. Well, no, not just the pre-bar page. All right. Thank you. And that's good. Diego Chavez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Just give me 1 moment.
I'm interpreting.
All right, on this case, there were issue of body cams.
Yes, Judge. The state has made efforts to reach out to the security guards. There's a conflict with whether or not they do or do not have body cams. They're asking for another 30 days for us to be able to find that out. I think it's important to determine whether or not these allegations are substantiated, Judge.
All right, and who did you speak with?
Mr. Edelman, Judge.
All right, Andrew,
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
on this case, I'm going to give a reset. And whoever is supposed to have these body cams, or if they exist or don't exist, somebody needs to come in from wherever, what is this? Alamo City, whomever the,
If I remember correctly, Judge, and I apologize for interrupting security services.
yes. So they will need to be here. I'm not going to do another setting for body cams. They need to come in. If they, are you okay with them zooming in?
Yes, Judge. No.
They can zoom in, or either they can appear in person in court. And I'm going to recall this for May 27th.
Yes, Judge.
Understood.
All right, Ms. Ferguson.
Yes, ma'am.
Chavez is May 27th for discovery, and the state will have witnesses if they don't have body cams.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right. Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What page is Diego shot? Oh, I found it. Thank you. Mr. Featherston, you have another client.
I do.
Yes, he's in federal custody though. It's Joaquin Mendez.
Yes, Your Honor, he's set for sentencing on the 29th of May.
So I wanted to get another date that's available for you on your calendar. Because once they sentence him, then they'll release him to us. So what date is good for you after the 29th?
Can we try June 18th, Your Honor?
Not a Wednesday.
17th?
Yes. All right, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
Mendez is going to be recalled for June 17th.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
should be sentenced on May 29th. And they'll make sure that he's brought over.
Okay.
Judge, the holdup in federal court is a argument over whether the methamphetamine is actual methamphetamine or a mixture of methamphetamine. And that argument is still ongoing, unfortunately.
All right, no problem. All right, thank you for the update.
Yes, Your Honor. And I also have Dustin Murphy now present in the court.
All right, are you ready to proceed on him?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, I'll pull the file on Dustin Murphy. All right, let me take care of this with the interpreter first, then I'll take.
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
notes.
Thank you.
All right, who is here on Miguel Perez Narana?
Yes, sir, we're here.
All right, what is this? Oh, it's for restitution hearing?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, you're on this side.
Okay.
Have you conferred with probation?
Yes, we spoke with Tony.
Okay. Let me pull him up in the system. All right, and probation, is there an update for me?
Judge, so the update was there were two people that we needed to reach out to in regards to restitution. One of the individuals signed a letter indicating they did not want any restitution.
Mhm.
And the other person, every letter that we've sent has come back undeliverable and we have not been able to reach them.
All right, who's the prosecutor? Did you confer with them?
No, I did not.
All right, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I require that everyone confer
Okay.
with the state.
Oh.
So if you can confer with them on this restitution matter, and then you all will be ready to approach.
Oh, thank you.
All right, no problem, thank you. And if it's going to take longer than 2 minutes, then I need to let the interpreter go to another court. Oh, we do have another plate, okay. All right, thank you. Have a seat, sir. All right, counsel, you ready on Dustin?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And is this a plea?
Judge, he entered his plea on 25 April.
Okay.
It was to an agreed deferred adjudication with a recommendation of 10 years.
Mhm.
Judge Angelini, sua sponte, ordered a PSI with a setting of 2 June.
So
for
you're
the
asking
PSI.
that you're waiving the PSI?
I would certainly like to waive the PSI and also, Your Honor, Judge Angelini took Mr. Murphy into custody because he was an hour late the day prior to the
So
plea.
now we know it should be on time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And see, people always come to me, they would say, oh, Judge, it's just 9 a.m. Then when another judge fills in for me and it's 9 a.m. and you're late, instead of getting a lecture, you get custody. I don't know. Should I start doing that? Attorney Featherston?
Judge, for the right individual, it may be a proper way to get their attention.
Okay. And you're saying that's not right for your client?
Well, I'm saying that his attention has been gained and that he is respectfully requesting that the court lift his custody.
All right. You know what I always tell people when they're late for appointments, and this is how I was raised. If you're late for an appointment and there's no emergency, like I'm not on the side of the road, I had an accident or I'm in the hospital, what you're telling that person is, I have something that's more important than this appointment I have with you. That's basically what you're telling the person. This whole thing, I'm showing up fashionably late. No, that's you saying, I have something more important than to be where I'm supposed to be. So make sure you're always on time. All right. All right. The court is calling 2025 CRs. All right. And the Judge Angelini ordered a PSI, which would be your recall date of June 17th. Defense, are you asking to waive PSI?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
All right. Any objection to the waiver of the PSI? So with regards to the plea bargain agreement. All right, when's the last time you had employment?
2 years ago. Can tell you a good reason.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
So how are you supporting it?
At this moment,
Well, no, I mean, you haven't been working for 2 years. In that 2 years where you were unemployed, how were you supporting yourself?
I was living at home with my mother.
I don't understand why mothers allow this. So was your mom working?
Yes,
So how would you spend your day?
trying to find a job.
Through what hours?
In the day hours.
Do you have any children?
I have one.
How old?
1 month.
And where is the 1 month old?
She's in Fort Worth.
With her mother?
Yes.
All right, so what drugs have you used in the past?
I mean,
Anything else? Have you ever been to prison before? Have you ever been to jail before, other than this time?
yes.
For what? Oh, and I'm sorry, state, you may be excused.
Graffiti, marijuana.
How far did you go in school?
All the way to high school.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Being a father,
And how are you going to accomplish that?
like getting a job and take care of my daughter.
All right, what's your dream job?
Dream job.
Mhm.
Anything that can get my daughter to where she needs to be.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Do you want to speak to the length of deferred, the length? The state is asking for 10 years.
Judge, we agreed to a 10-year deferred. I had discussed with Mr. Murphy that there is an early termination provision within the statute and discussed with him in detail what he needed to do in order to become eligible for early termination.
All right, 10 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. In custody, I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. Your attorney will explain to you what felony drug court is. You need to be honest with them because I think you do have a major drug problem, as evidenced by the fact that you're here, as evidenced by the fact that in the past you've had meth, as evidenced by the fact that you've been unemployed for 2 years. You understand? So you need to be honest with them and do your best to get in that program if you truly want to be a better person for your child. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be in custody. And if he's not accepted, TAP evaluation in custody, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes the parenting classes, community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Take in consideration 2025 PF 04413, 2025 PF 05766, 2023 CR 8453. And this is to run concurrent with 2025 PF 04414. And just one moment. There's to be no contact with Robert William Shivers, SHIVERS, and no contact with Robert Jeffrey Gornato, GORNTO. And what's your mom's name?
Diane Murphy.
And you're not allowed to reside with Diane Murphy. Probation, is there anything else?
So Robert Gatto's last name is
GORNTO. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And CPS compliance if applicable. I don't know if CPS is involved or not, but if they are, he needs to follow their rules.
All right, Your
Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
Honor, may I ask you to reconsider a few items?
Sure.
If he's not allowed to live with his mother temporarily, he's going to be homeless. As he doesn't have any income, doesn't have any financial wherewithal to rent an apartment at this point. Would the court consider giving him a move-out date of 1, 2, or 3 months to give him time to get on his feet and obtain an apartment with some income that's coming in? Otherwise, it's really setting him up to fail on the 120-day, day for day, and the other conditions that the court would like him to be able to accomplish. Additionally, Judge, we were here with Judge Angelini. The TAP evaluation couldn't be done before the 2nd of June because the lady that was doing the TAP evaluation also was doing the PSI evaluation. And that was the earliest she had
Well, I
on
will
her
tell you,
calendar.
if he is honest with felony drug court is going to accept him. And if they accept him, he's not going to need to be there for the TAP evaluation.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Abrams, I'll allow him to reside with his mother, but after June 27th, he's no longer allowed to reside there. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Let me just explain to you why I'm not allowing you to live with your mother after that date. Because you're an adult male, you need to support yourself. And sometimes it's a mother's love, and it's very hard for moms to do the tough love thing and give you deadlines. So I've just given you a deadline.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Thank
whether
you.
you have employment or not, you're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. In this court, communication is key if you want to be successful on probation. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come to court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right, good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome. And Ms. Abrams, make sure the felony drug court evaluation is in custody. Froilan Velasquez. All right, Mr. Featherston, we're gonna go on the record. If you can ask the deputy to have them move your client down. Court is calling 2024 CR 011-276, State versus Froilan Guzman Velasquez. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Rafael Leal for Mr. Guzman Velasquez.
And are you Mr. Guzman Velasquez?
See, yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Defense, do you speak Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you speak it fluently?
Better than anyone.
All right, I'll be the judge of that.
All right. May I speak in Spanish to you?
Sure, it's gonna make it difficult for the interpreter, but of course. Were you able to explain all of this, all of the documents that are in English to your client in Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Velasquez, all of the documents that I'm going to be reviewing with you are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Velasquez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. State moves to waive and abandon count one and proceed on count two. Regarding count two, we move to proceed on the lesser included offense of kidnapping. And we are proceeding on the repeater enhancement. However, I do have a motion to amend the enhancement allegation. The date of the conviction is listed as the 21st day, and it should be the 25th day after the judgment.
All right, any objection to the waivers?
No objection.
Any objection to proceeding on the lesser included offense?
No objection.
Any objection to the changing of the date on the repeat offender enhancement allegation?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Velasquez, do you understand that in the repeat offender enhancement allegation, the state is changing the date from January 21st, 2021 to January 25th, 2021?
Yes.
Do you have any objections to that change being made today?
I'm sorry, I did not understand.
Do you have any objection to those changes being made today?
No. No.
Do you have any objection to proceeding today?
No.
Did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included of kidnapping with an enhancement? If the state is able to prove up that enhancement, your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Velasquez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Counsel, did you retain an immigration attorney for your client, or did you have an immigration attorney speak to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Velasquez, have you had a chance to speak with an immigration attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand by entering this plea, you will be deported and not allowed re-entry into the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand that you will be denied naturalization?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2, the lesser included offense of kidnapping. You agree that you've been convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at 15 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 2022 CR 10958B. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court.
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense of kidnapping, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
To the enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true?
What part, I'm sorry?
The enhancement paragraph that states that you've been previously convicted of a felony. How do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State any evidence.
State offers state 1 in attachment.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we have had extensive negotiations with the state. I believe my client understands and is willing to take responsibility.
and wants to proceed and close the case and so he can be on his way uh, uh, and proceed with his life. That's all I have.
All right, this court will do. Court will sentence you to 15 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Taking consideration 2022 CR 10958B. There's to be no contact with Rafael Vela Padilla, no re-entry into the United States, and restitution, if any, to Rafael Vela Padilla. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You need to internalize what you did. You're here, you're not a citizen, and then you're bleeding and taking from other people who are not citizens. That's not a good thing. You understand? You cannot build your happiness off someone else's misery. And while you're in prison, you need to think about what you did wrong to be in the situation that you're in, and you need to correct it. Because I don't think that you would want any of your children, if they were trying to come here, I don't think you would want them to be treated the way you treated this person. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you need me to sign?
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you. There you are. Thank you so much.
much, Anna.
For the other, it's the interpreter has to be here.
All right. So just give me 1 second. Let me put this in the system and I'll take it right up.
She needs a turn.
2021 CR 8728D. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Also, I just found this like when I was cleaning out my office. I forgot that's for like an old case. I thought I was like, I better give that to them. Thank you. Okay.
On that bond.
Thank you.
Right.
Just, yes.
I filed this motion because, as you know, there were two aggravated kidnapping cases.
Mhm.
And I had an investigator appointed to the first one,
Mhm.
where he also did work on the second case, and I don't have the appointment on the second case, which he pled today.
Okay.
And so if you please.
All right. Just give me 1 moment.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Who is here next with the interpreter? That's
Yes, Carl.
for the,
Stated in the last bill, Your
all right.
Honor, the restitution. Okay. Yeah, again, one, two, one.
All right.
Okay, Judge, on one of the cases, the restitution, the victim in that case did not want to move forward with obtaining restitution. In his other case, when the plea was taken, the restitution date was set for December of 2024.
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure what happened and where we didn't have the restitution hearing. However, in that case, there are a slew of people
Yes.
that we were supposed to reach out to. With the restitution hearing being set on the day of the plea being taken, the probation office thought the state's office was taking care of that, and the state thought probation was taking care of that.
Okay.
So we would ask for a reset, so that we could further investigate.
All right. So if you all will talk to each other and confer with the coordinator on what is a good date for you all to contact these witnesses to see about restitution, and then just let me know and I'll give you a restitution date.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you. So sir, if you'll have a seat and counsel, since we're only here for a restitution hearing, your client can appear by Zoom.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
It may be difficult for the interpreter
Oh,
unless the interpreter appears by Zoom as well. So strike that. All right, so you'll confer.
it was nice for a second.
Yeah, it was nice for a second. All right, thank you. And you may be excused. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here on Naranjo. The government, the state and the emergency need about 2 months to get all the forms. Yes. It's a long list.
State, did you all give me the dismissal on Murphy, the 2023 CR 8453? All right, thank you.
Yeah. That will work. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, yep. Yes, okay, thanks. You're on that restitution hearing?
Just one
Oh,
second.
Can I go back to my office?
Yes.
Uh,
I think something else is gonna go.
We're all in agreement for July 7th. That's all right with us.
Okay. All right, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
Thank you.
They did give me a different. Okay, so I'm gonna tell him to stay until y'all tell him he can leave.
Yes.
But then if I need to come out, just text me, because we moved, we're right across the street. Okay. Okay, yes.
Please repeat the cause numbers.
I mean, reset.
You all gave me 2023 CR 8453.
That's all.
Yes. The other cases, oh, you want the other cases as well? All right, it's 2025 PF 04413, 2025 PF 05766.
05766.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's here on Tony Rodriguez? Morning. All right, you need to make sure you're on time, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where are we? Are we reaching an agreement today?
We have an agreement, Judge. However, the agreement is sort of contingent on through pretrial services. Tony has been working with his pretrial officer and they have gotten him a bed at Lifetime Recovery,
Okay.
inpatient. His bed is tomorrow, so his spot opens up tomorrow. So if the court would allow, I would like to get perhaps a 45-day reset to give him time to complete his Lifetime program, to complete the inpatient program, and then when we come back, I think we will be prepared to complete.
Yeah,
Yes.
if Mr. Rodriguez successfully completes the inpatient portion of the lifetime recovery program, the state would consider renegotiating some aspects of the.
All right. And so you're saying 45 days he'll be complete?
I think he wasn't sure if it's a 30 or 45-day program, so if we get a 45-day reset, and then as soon as I can talk to his pretrial officer to confirm the length, I can let the court know.
All right,
We
so
need
what
more
we'll do,
time.
let's set it for 31 days and we'll see.
Okay, Judge.
All right, I need a date, 31 days, please.
That's for me on June 5th.
All right. All right, so we'll be back on June 5th. Make sure you're on time, you understand?
Thank you, Judge.
And Lifetime is a good program. Take advantage of it.
I will.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Mr. Lindsay's father's supervision.
Okay.
Wilfredo Matti. Hello. Hey, where's your client? Oh, come on down. Okay. Where are we on this case?
We got an offer today,
Okay.
so we're just asking for a plea deadline, I guess.
All right, sir, how old are you?
28.
All right. And people always wonder why I ask that question, because sometimes if you're younger, you need more time to internalize things and understand the consequences. But when you're older, sometimes your brain automatically goes through the options and the consequences. Ms. Ferguson, set this for the week of May 19th as a plea deadline date. What is good for you, counsel? 19th, 20th, or 22nd?
Twenty-second, you're on.
Norma, if you can set this for the 22nd for a plea deadline date? All right. Do you have any questions? All right. When you come back on that date, you need to let me know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state. If you have not, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who's here? I'm Brittany Brubaker. Is this a motion to revoke?
Yes, ma'am.
Are both parties ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 8728B State versus Brittany Marie Brubaker. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garahan for the state, John.
Lindsay Shaw for Miss Brubaker.
And are you Ms. Brubaker? Did you review the documents entitled motion to revoke community supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Brittany Marie Brubaker who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 8728B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on February 23rd, 2022 for a term of 6 years. Is that you? All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Brittany Marie Brubaker. The defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months in May and June 2024, violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, full waive the remaining violations.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 6 years in the prison? You need to speak up. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to revoke the individual's probation and sentence her to 2 years in the TDC. Yeah, sorry, that's it.
All right. So what has she done on probation?
Judge, she successfully completed both ISF and SATIF. And so she has done that while on probation. And as to her not reporting, I can tell the court she's a single mother. Her child just turned 13. The child's father is also in prison. And so during this time, she's been working full time, and she understands she made the wrong decision to not report to probation, but it was because she was working, trying to have, be able to take care of her child.
All right, so let me just explain to you what my problem is. What my problem is all you had to do was pick up the phone and call probation. And this is not the first time you've been before the court for not reporting. So you have a 13-year-old and you're a single parent and you work. There are so many people who have children and they work, but they still handle their business, right? So I'm not going on any of the other allegations in the motion, but there's allegation of marijuana use. There's allegations of amphetamine use. So there's a lot going on here. I'm not inclined to give you 2 years because 2 years for the court in your case is somebody who has successfully completed everything and hasn't been back to the court. 1, 2, I think this is your 3rd motion to revoke. And the first time you had a motion to revoke, it was with a different judge and they altered and amended your condition for SATA. Then the next time you had a revocation to revoke, that was with me, and it was a violation of condition number 4. And all of these classes that were given when you were not reporting had to do with your drug use. So who is taking care of the 13-year-old now?
My sister has him right now.
All right, has them.
Has him.
Has him?
Yes.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to, the court is finding violation condition number 4 true. The court is going to revoke. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Was the restitution paid probation?
No,
All right, there's to be restitution of $60 to the Bexar County Criminal Laboratory. Oh, and state, you may be excused. For drug testing, there's to be no contact with Joshua Lee Zimmerle, Zimmerle. I'll request a therapeutic community. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? And if she successfully completed SATF, I'll give her credit for that and ISF.
Yes, ma'am. I have the dates. I can just, do you need them, Judge? Or I can
No,
give them?
if you give it to
Yes,
the clerk. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You have a child, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Either you're going to get your life together and be in their life and be a good parent or not, but you can't keep putting yourself first. And I always tell people, if you want to be clean and sober, be clean and sober for yourself. But sometimes people don't want to do it for themselves because they like where they are or they can't get out where they are. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, then do it for your child. But don't keep coming in and out of the child's life making promises that you know you're not going to keep. If you're going to be the fly-by-night parent, be that fly-by-night parent. I'm the happy go parent. I'm just coming in to give you gifts, say I love you, and then I leave. But don't come in there trying to make rules because you haven't been there. You haven't been a mom, all right? When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place that can help you maintain your sobriety, if I'm still here, you can come back here. I'll pick up the phone, call somebody to help you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thanks.
This is your time.
Did I cut in front of you? I'm sorry.
It's my pleasure.
I'll go behind you. For some dates or the just number? September 21, 22 through January 18, 23. And then ISF was
Thank you.
12, 23 through 3/15.
Oscar, you know, I was talking to the
Yeah, I think we need to enter them. Right, right, you know, get into the.
And then the yellow copy from Mr. Featherston is still attached. Thank you.
Who's here on Eduardo Jose Medina? Hello, good morning. All right, so State, were you able to tender an offer?
Not today, Your
Okay.
Honor, but I was talking to Mr. Braswell about it. We're reaching out to the victim. The victim is in school. We've talked to the father. We asked for at least a week just to, we're also looking at restitution. So those are the couple things that we were just trying to get to the defense.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for May 27th? Is that enough time for everyone?
It's fine for us, Judge.
All right, so we'll come back on May 27th. At that time, State will be able to tender an offer.
We'll have all that.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right, thank you. Oscar Jimenez.
Here, Judge.
Oh, this has been recently.
So Judge, we were here yesterday on
Mhm.
discovery issues. I didn't
Yes.
have a chance to talk to him through the scheduling, and so we called him today.
Yes.
For some reason, the system went straight from discovery to a plea. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, is that what's happening? I mean, that's very efficient of you.
Yeah, I apologize, Judge.
Oh, no, it's for discovery. So where, I have two cases for him. I have the possession less than a gram,
That's not,
and that's not
that's not,
controlling.
that's not controlling. It's this one.
All right, and so on this one, where are we on
Okay,
discovery?
the state did, they've given me, I have all the discovery now, Judge, and they have given me an offer.
Okay. Sir, how old are you?
I'm 35.
All right, and you've heard my explanation of the reason why I asked that question. Or maybe you did not.
No,
Maybe you were
maybe I
not
didn't.
listening. Maybe you're in your own thoughts. All right, the reason why I always ask that question is I set plea deadline dates in this court. And sometimes if someone is 18, 19, they need more time to think about the options and think about the consequences for their choices. Sometimes older people don't need that because they already go through their Rolodex and they know their mental Rolodex and they know the consequences of their choices.
Judge, and I don't know where the court is going with it, but
Yes.
I'm gonna ask a quick favor. Based on what we've read and what we've discussed, I do need to do a little bit of investigation.
All right, so how much time are you asking
Just,
for?
I'm not asking for much. I just don't want to recall for next week.
Oh, no, it was not going to be next week. I was going to put it at the end of May.
That's fine.
All right, May 27th or May 29th?
Whatever the court's convenience.
Oh, no.
The 27th actually would be better.
All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
recall this for plea deadline date on May 27th. So on that date, you need to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement. If you have not reached an agreement, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand? Any questions? All right, have a great day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, so where's the attorney on Joe Anthony Jimenez? All right. And Suzanne Kramer,
Yes,
are you, have they brought out Nathan?
I've talked to him, but I wanted Charles to talk to him, so he's
Okay.
stuck in the 144.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. And Mr. Chomley, where are we on Jamar Clark?
Just waiting. We haven't got we've gotten a plea bargain and we're just ready.
All right, have you reached an agreement?
No,
All right, so if you'll let them know when you're ready to approach, they'll pull the file.
okay.
Sure.
Tomorrow, Clark. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right, Jamar Clark. Hello. Hi. So today is your jury trial date, so I'm gonna have you come back at 1:30.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And counsel, if you can make sure you have your acknowledgement of discovery completed.
Mark, but you know if there's already a discovery acknowledgement on file. No. Thank
Ruben's on his way.
Ruben, what's happening with your case? All right, thank you. All right, Jesus Cavarubia.
He's present in custody, Your Honor. They just brought him
Down.
up. How are you today, Your Honor?
Doing great. Come on down.
Come on up. I was just retained last night, Your Honor. I haven't gotten any discovery. I've taken a look at the state's file. They've made a preliminary offer. I'd like to reset it for consideration of the offer and preparation for trial and getting discovery in the case.
All right, who was the previous attorney?
Mr. Stenberg, who I contacted yesterday.
All right. So this is coming back for a plea deadline date, and this will be the last plea deadline date because you were scheduled for trial. So it's coming back on May 12th.
Judge, it's going to be a bit of a problem for me.
Mhm.
I'm thinking early June. I have a trial on the 9th of June, Your Honor. I've got some settings on the 12th out of county, which always conflicts.
I understand. No, I'm not calling this back in June because
But my understanding, my understanding was he would discontinue was to hire an attorney. Your Honor. That's what I understood, the reason he came back.
no, this case has been on the court's docket since June. On one case since June of last year. And then the felon in possession of a firearm has been on this court's docket for a long time. So,
Okay, I understand,
Yes.
Judge. That's
So-
what Mr. Stenberg too. He said, I think he's coming back to hire an attorney.
Mhm.
And I said, that's fine. Because I asked Joe yesterday when I visited with the
Yeah.
judge.
so
But the
he knew he
12th
was scheduled for jury trial. So your plea deadline is May 12th. You understand? Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead. You can speak, Mr. Cortez.
I had talked to Mr. Angelini and I had told him that I had put in the motion to get rid of Mr. Stenberg due to the fact that I was trying to hire a lawyer.
Oh, and actually you're entitled to your 10 days. So it's going to be May 19th.
It's even better.
Yeah, that's your plea deadline date, May 19th.
What does that mean? I don't
It- well,
That
it-
means that if you come to an agreement with the state, then I'll take your plea. If you don't come to an agreement, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. That's what that means.
What that means is the judge then, without a plea agreement to work from, she would have full discretion to charge and sentence and accept the plea in the case. So that's the difference. Okay, or you have a right to a trial. We handle motions in this case, Your Honor.
Okay.
How do we handle motions in this case?
Oh, just ask Ms. Ferguson, are there evidentiary motions?
They probably will be, Your Honor. Based on my cursory review, there may be an issue here.
Is it going to be dispositive?
That's an issue, Your Honor. I hate him, but that could be very well dispositive, but Judge, I hate to do those types.
Okay,
I'm asking the court if we could have the motion, Your Honor.
we'll
and then
carry it
make
with
a
trial.
decision. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right,
All
thank
right,
you.
Talk to my client. Thank you for your
You're welcome.
consideration, Your Honor, the 19th.
Yes. Oh, and then Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
on that case, if an agreement is not reached on the 19th, it's coming back the next day for jury trial.
For both days.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no. We can approach Mr. Jennings, Gregory Jennings.
Oh, James. Sorry.
Who's here on Quentin Lee Francis?
Thank you.
All right, first question. On the drug case, are the labs in yet? As of April, there were no labs.
Oh, okay. Judge, I can check real quick if you don't.
Okay, sure. Because I know it hasn't been indicted, but I think that's what you all were waiting on.
Yes, ma'am, and our office got hired April 9th, I think Mitch Charles has been here once before. That was right when we had gotten hired, and I'm still in the process of making sure we have all the discovery, all the body cams.
Okay.
As to the lab results, not sure.
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, and it seems that that's the big case.
And it's a second, it's Penalty Group 2. Those have historically taken both at one time, and I know I think this was January.
Yes.
Offense, so.
Okay. All righty, so, defense, do you have any objections to the court scheduling this in June?
No, ma'am.
All right. Let's do the week of June 23rd, so that's the 23rd, 24th, or 26th.
Judge, if we could do the 26th, that would work out.
All right, Norma, on Francis, if you'll put it for the 26th, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just have a seat. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
questions about anything?
No.
All right, thank you. Is here on Gregory Jennings? Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor, sorry.
Good morning. So today is his plea deadline date. So have you all reached an agreement or no?
We have not, Your Honor, but we are asking for one more plea deadline date. There is a defense that Mr. Jennings made the state aware of, and then I just offered some more information for which the state could verify that. Also, Mr. Jennings is a witness for the state in a trial currently set in the 226.
All right, so whether he's a witness or not, that's not my purview. So I'm gonna move this for a plea deadline date, May 12th.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else?
Nothing further from the defense.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right,
Judge, you said May 12th.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anthony Villarreal. Hello, thank you for dressing appropriately for court, but you always do. I appreciate that. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002936, State versus Anthony Villarreal. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Robert Gaona for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Villarreal?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Ah, it was attached. Mr. Villarreal, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're waiving the enhancement paragraphs and then regarding the charging language, we would do a motion to amend to.
Just 1 second. Excuse me, if you all could whisper. All right, you may proceed.
A motion to amend, in the substance of the indictment, it does say a peace officer, please add R. Enriquez.
All right, let's go off the record for a moment. I know you didn't indict this case. Is one of my, I wouldn't call it a pet peeve, but I think that things should be done the correct way. Who is indicting cases and not including the complainant?
An ADA that I don't know, I've never heard of it, but I should, I share your concerns.
All right. If you could, let them know that they can take their lunch, but they need to be lined up in the hallway by 1:30. Just tell them, don't go back downstairs, to just come back here. And if you could also let them know to make sure that they, before they return them here, they get their parking passes validated. All right, thank you. And Ruben, what is happening with your case?
Yeah. We've been unable to reach an agreement.
All right, so I'm gonna have you all back at 1:30 for jury trial. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, Matthew Rendon.
I think with Mariano, they probably put, there's two.
Oh, there's two,
Rendos,
okay.
Judge. I'm sorry, Mariano.
All right, so you three, I'm sorry, you two, you need to be back here in court at 1:30. You're up for trial. Make sure that you have an acknowledgement of discovery.
I'm sure we did that last time.
All right, thank you. Yes. Thank you. All right, Mr. Villarreal. All right, so the state has filed a dismissal due to a defective indictment. So here's the thing, they're not dismissing it because they're saying that you didn't do what you're being accused of. It's just that there was an issue with the indictment, and this prosecutor is not the person who indicted this case. None of the prosecutors in this courtroom are the prosecutors who indicted this case. So here's the thing, you can take this as woohoo, you know, or you can take it as thank you, God, or, you know, whomever. I'm going to change my life and I'm going to do better because I don't want to be in this situation again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So live better, do right, follow rules. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
I want to thank you, ma'am, because I have changed my life. I've been working the last 11 years. I have gone to prison and everything, but I changed my life. I don't want to live that. I'm 40 years old. I have no kids or nothing because of my choices I made when I was younger, you know. And I accomplished a lot. I got a 401k, everything working. Like, I just want to thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you have a 401k. I'm glad you're getting your life together. Just continue. The only time I want to see you coming back here, if you're just coming back to say hi.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, okay? Be careful out there. The weather is bad, they tell me. And to the staff and everyone, we are taking our break exactly at 12. Exactly at 12. But you know, we have somebody new here in the cafeteria trying to say they're making gumbo. We're going to see. I mean, where all of my Louisiana people? And you know what? We're not going to hold back if it's not done properly. Oh, yeah. Let me mute us. This is so great. But you know, my biggest mistake in San Antonio, do you know where I went to have gumbo one time? Because I didn't know any better. Chachos. Well, I didn't know. And they brought it out because I was with friends and, you know, people say you go to Chachos for a margarita. I don't drink. So I went there and everybody's ordering their appetizers. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try this gumbo. They bring it out. They have big shrimp in it. But people are like, Stephanie, how is it? I'm like, you know, because my mom raised me right. I was like, oh, it's very tasty. The nachos. Okay. I'm going to fill up on the nachos. Yes.
Judge, e-file motion.
And I knew you back then. Why didn't you stop me from getting gumbo from Chachos?
I told you not to do that.
No, you
You
did
didn't
not.
listen to
My
me.
mind is a steel trap. You did not tell me that. Neither did you,
All evidence to the contrary.
Mr. Bartholomew. You didn't tell me that.
I don't. I want nachos, I go down to Pierre's or I go to Buffalo.
Oh, we're not talking about nachos. You can throw a stone in San Antonio, you're going to find good nachos.
Absolutely.
No, I could be Ernest T. Bass, and I could find some good nachos.
Well,
We're talking about gumbo.
Oh, well, we were talking about nachos first. She said nachos. I'm sorry, gumbo. I don't know about gumbo.
Jumbo, yeah. You gotta be, there's a lot of,
All
just
right.
Louisiana standard, though, you
Oh,
know.
well, that is a high standard. We
Yes.
appreciate that.
All right, is your client here?
He is not judge. This is a matter that happened a week and a half ago with Judge Angelini here.
Mhm.
And he was on his first appearance, 20 minutes late to court, and he got put in the box. He, from the jail, went to dialysis at University Hospital and is continuing to go to dialysis. He can't make the original bond was 30,000. Judge
Okay.
Angelini set another $30,000 bond. He can't make that.
All right, so now this is what I will say. People now appreciate my lectures as opposed to just state. On this case, Mr. Leroy Smith, my understanding his bond was increased because he arrived late for court. His attorney is telling me that his client is on dialysis. And so each time they have to take him from the jail to take him to the university hospital and bring him back. Normally, I have a person appear before me to set for bond, but I think these are extenuating circumstances. So have you spoken to the state to see if they have any objections?
I have previously talking to family violence, to family violence,
Ah.
injury to a child. That's why she doesn't know anything about it.
Okay.
But the state was like, you know, we understand what you're doing and feel free to talk to the judge.
All right, Norma, could you have somebody from family violence come down, see if Rick can come down if he's available?
That'd be
Oh, no
awesome.
problem.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. All right, on Nathan Martinez. Oh. All right. So all of the discovery has been received?
To date, there is anticipated some extra discovery will be on its way, but Jason will turn that over to me as soon as he gets it.
All right. So where are we on this case as far as any offers being tendered or anything of that nature?
Believe that we were just in the, offer's been tendered, Judge.
Okay.
I believe that, Mr. Kramer was saying that, Charles Monk was coming by. I think he's caught up in a different.
Judge Mary is not setting him free to come up here. So, Lindsay told his mother and told Nathan, and we will do that, that we'll set up a Zoom within the
All right.
next week or
What
so.
happened to this thing about set somebody free and if they love you, they'll come back? I guess that doesn't apply
Judge
to
Mary's
attorneys. All right. So then what I'm going to do is, because you were set for a jury trial today, and that was on the deadly weapon in a penal institution.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this back. And this will be your final plea deadline date.
Okay.
And I can give you May 27th, May 29th, or I can give you June 2nd, or June 3rd, or June 5th. So
And the only
basically,
thing-
the longest I anticipate in holding this out for plea deadline is the first week in June.
And I don't really know that it matters with this new discovery that we're anticipating we're gonna get, but can you have it by then?
Well, I'll say absolutely not.
Oh.
But I mean, for the plea, it could be, I mean, if it's accepted, it can be done. This is something that it's a pet peeve of mine that I'm trying to get done.
Okay.
It's DNA, but I mean, it's something that I'm just trying to get more.
Okay.
If I can.
All right. So then I can bring this back on June 2nd, 3rd, or 5th.
June 5th is fine.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, Nathan Martinez, June 5th for a plea deadline date.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you.
May
Do
we
you
be
need any-
excused?
Yes. Does he have any questions? Mr. Martinez, do you have any question? All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
And, Judge Henning Day is in trial in the 27th.
All right, just give me one moment. And have them pull that file, please.
Yeah, Judge, do you want?
Yes, if you could have them bring him up.
Okay.
Deputy Mejia, when you all get a chance, can you bring out Luis Beltran? And where's his attorney? You said she's in jury trial.
It's 27th.
Do you know what they're trying?
I don't, I can ask nothing.
All right, if you can ask them. State, Luis Beltran, that's gonna have to be reset. Defense attorneys in jury trial. And Norma, it's gonna be reset for the 19th.
From Michael Bivins.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yes, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just putting something in Odyssey.
You have a good day this morning.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. All right, Michael DeLeon and Rick.
Sure.
Oh, Josh. All right. So he's telling me, normally I always have the defendant present before me, but he's telling me that his client is on dialysis. So of course, they're trying to get him out of jail in time.
Yes, Your Honor.
So do you have any objection to the bond being reset at It's the original bond amount?
At the original bond amount, no objection.
All right. And were there any previous conditions? I'm sure maybe no contact or something.
Said previous conditions be reinforced on this one.
Okay.
Well, the original bond judge was 30,000, but I asked Judge Angelini to reinstate it. He told me I can't do that. That's illegal, but he would be glad to set a bond at 30,000.
Well, here's the thing. Did he do a bond forfeiture or no?
Oh, is there, I think he did.
I think he did, Judge, yeah.
All right. Could someone check on this case to see if there was a bond forfeiture? Because if there was a bond forfeiture, if the bondsman is in agreement with the bond reinstated, and they send me something, I'll restate it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But you all will have to call the bondsman. Otherwise, I'll set it at the original amount of 30 with previous conditions.
See what they say.
And then we're going to take our break.
Case Collins.
Mhm.
She's in trial on an ag assault with a deadly weapon.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to continue all the way to the end.
Yeah, we'll put it down for 519.
Judge, on this case for Smith, the affidavit surety was granted, but the judge signed the bond set. So, the warrant was recalled on 475.
So warrant's been recalled and he set a bond. All right, let me see the document. All right, this is what you can do. There's nothing I can do there because the bond has been closed. So,
So I'm gonna respectfully ask the court for maybe a $10,000 bond.
I would ask that if there is a bond, it'd be set at the original one.
yeah, I'm gonna set it at the original amount. If for some reason he can't make the original amount of the bond, you can talk to Norma. We can have him brought over tomorrow and then I can hear everything.
Okay.
But make sure it's not
You would
interfering with
wanna
his
have-
dialysis.
Yeah, you'd want to have him here so he can testify to that.
And what was the original?
30,000.
Okay. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing on this case, Judge.
All righty. We are going to go down and see if this new menu they have is any good.
They still, I thought that was just for last week. Was it?
Oh, they
continuing?
said they're out in the breezeway or something.
Right, but
Wasn't there the smashing crab or something?
yeah, but I think that was only, so it's still gonna go this week?
I think I saw a thing out there.
It's Rick trying to dump on me and not let me have any lunch.
Mine's all around, say, last week for Fiesta only through May 2nd, which is Friday.
You're trying to prepare me. I appreciate that.
So I thought that they were only here last week. I didn't think they were gonna be here today.
And Norma, can you check to make sure he already has a court date? All right, everyone, the court is taking its recess. And we'll be